Good morning, everyone. This is Shappy from Standout Running, and it is the morning of my first half marathon in about 10 years, and I am very nervous. Hopefully it's going to go well. This will likely be one of my best videos because I'm making a video all about the things you shouldn't do for a race, which I am doing for a race. So first thing is you should not jump into a race unless you feel like you're properly trained for it. Don't feel pressured to do it. And I felt pressure to do it, and I jumped into it. Not the best idea. Second thing I did that you shouldn't do. A lot of people do like the double races now, the 5K and then the half marathon or the marathon next day, or even the 10K, or even for you Disney people, the 5K, 10K, half marathon, and marathon all in one time. Credit to you if you're training for that. I'm not ready for that, and I ran with my son, which was a great time, and don't regret it. But let's just say the pace was more than I was hoping it would be, so I feel a little bit less than fresh, but I'm still good. And finally, the biggest no-no I'm doing, the one that you should not do, is I am wearing brand new running shoes, which I just got in last night, literally at like 7 p.m. for the half marathon. I know what you're thinking. Everyone knows not to do that. That's an obvious thing. Here's the problem. All right, so yesterday in the 5K, I ran in the On Cloud Monster 3 Hyper Light Spray. And oh my God, the cushion is great. I love the feel of it. And all I want to do is run in this one all the time. Absolutely adore it. The perfect shoe for this, except for the problem that right here, I got a really bad hot spot right on the big toe knuckle. And that happens a lot to me. That's something that does happen a lot. And it really started to burn through the 5K. And I do know that if I was gonna run even like 3 more miles to 10 more miles, it would have like sawed through my foot. I blame Adidas. Adidas created a scar there because of their shoe. And it's just been real sensitive since then, really easy to bust open. So these shoes are out for my long run, although I just want to run in them all the time. All right, so what am I doing my half marathon in? I'm doing them in my brand new Kiprun Kipstorm Elite. Now this is a French shoe brand, and they are a gorgeous shoe. I absolutely love them. I love the colorway. I really do. It's kind of like a pale yellow, like cream or something like that. Although it smells terrible. It's like toxic leather type smell, and like I'm concerned that just me smelling it those 2 times are going to take a year off my life, which is very possible. But the feel is great. It's got a nice wide kind of like toe box area. So I have plenty of like stability to it. It's got a nice cushion beneath. It kind of reminds me, it's a little bit firmer, but pretty close feel to the New Balance Super Comp Elite V5, which I adore. The upper is not bad. It's definitely wider. It's kind of got like an elf-like appearance, kind of like the pointed toe. So the sizing is weird. For the Kipstorm Elite, I went true to size. But for the other ones, I hear you want to be down by a half size. So like your size or down some, because it's like so long. The upper is great. I love the lacing system on this. It's kind of like I don't know if you can tell, the lacing is like on the inside of the shoe. So it really pulls it in. We got the cutouts. You see the carbon plate right there. And so I will report on it when I finish. Now, normally at this time, I would be getting out. I would be going around trying to interview people, you know, see some cool outfits and things like that. I'm a bit too nervous. I'm in my head pretty hard. There are some people here that I know that I'm gonna go try and find, and that'll be nice to like run with someone, or if not, at least, sorry, distracted. If not at least them, then a good pace group that I can stick with, kind of keep me on solid. I'm gonna attempt an 8:30 mile pace, but we'll see. I feel like that might be a little bit aggressive for me. That's probably some of you were like, that's easy. But for me, that's a good pace. And my goal today is to finish. That's it. All right. I'm not pushing the time. Time will come once I prove to myself I can do this. And that's the most important thing. And to have fun. Yeah. Wish me luck. I will see you guys in a few hours. Thanks again. Like and subscribe, please.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm dead! I think I'm dead! Oh, time's going by really slow and my heart's beating backwards!
What makes you think your heart's beating backwards?
Well, normally it goes goop boop.
That hurt. So, I finished the half marathon. I'm extremely happy about that. That's the first thing. I did miss my goal time. I wanted to be under 2 hours. I got 2:01, I believe. Probably 2:01 and some change. I missed it, but it was an effort. It was an effort. And I learned a lot of things, which you often do when you run. Running is a time when you really learn about yourself, learn a lot about yourself, and what you have in you. First and foremost, my mind looked for a lot of ways to quit. My legs were telling me I couldn't do it, but I got there. Another thing is I love running with someone. All right, running a lot of time is a solo sport, but if you can join a running group, if you have a friend who likes to run, it really helps you out. About mile 10, I was kind of like walking, run, walk, run. I know, I never thought I would do that, but I was doing it, and I was suffering. And then I saw 3 friends who ran by and like, hey, and so I picked up my pace. I stuck with them a while, and my time of like 9 minutes a mile went from like there to 8:30, and I was holding strong. I got to like 12 and a half miles and I could not run anymore. Of course I ran the finish, but I had to wait till like the straightaway to start running again. So let's do a report. Nutrition wise, I'm pretty happy. I had a plan of doing a goo every 20 minutes, not goo, on a gel every 20 minutes. I loved my Waco shorts. I'm sorry, not shorts, it was too cold. Tights, love them. I guess I'm a tights guy now. Those are good. I like the, let's see. This is sprints. I like my sprints out. I want to wear it backwards though, because it's easier that way. And my gooder pair of glasses with it, because you gotta stand out with the pink hat and the pink glasses. Yes, sir. The shoes. So here's where I learned a lot. Because the shoes are great. I love the Kipruns. I'm a big fan of them. I'm getting into the Kiprun Max soon. I'll do a further report on these Kipruns. But the Kiprun Max should be in soon, which I hear is their best shoe. I cannot wait for that. But this did start to feel firm. My feet were hurting by the end of it. So I'm taking this 2 ways. The first way is, when you're a big fan of running shoes and you watch the pros and you see them really, and they're in these like dandy shoes, like that's awesome. Here's the thing though, not many of them are in these like firmer shoes. You see them in the Alpha Fly 3s. You see them in the Evo SLs. You see, well, not Evo SL, a version of the Evo, the Adios Pro 4, the Hoka Cielo, X1 3.0. These shoes have a lot of cushion and rebound underneath them, and that's protecting their feet so they can get more rebound and get going further. I think that would have helped me, and a lot more than what I was anticipating. So I often fall into that trap of I want the sleekest, the sharpest looking shoe, and they're awesome. I love them. And just because they're not good for me doesn't mean they're not a good shoe. This is a great shoe, but I just learned I need more cushion. I'm like joined up with the Awana. I'm in the max cushion gang. So that leads me to believe probably a good solid version of the New Balance SC Elite V5 is a great shoe for me. I think that one is one I need to keep my hands on. The V6, the new version, is coming out pretty soon, so that's going to be good. I'm going to cover that in my bad hair. So that either that V5 is going to go on sale and be a great pickup for me, or you know, maybe the V6 is even better. Also coming out soon next month is the Saucony Endorphin Elite 3. The 2 was a wobbly, cushiony mess. I didn't like it. Not that many people did. Some people did, of course. But from everything I hear, the 3 is supposed to be even better. Now the problem with these more max stack shoes is they're softer, obviously, and they give you more weight. But really, at the end of the day, when you're running for up to 2 hours, 3 hours, and 4 hours, and 5 hours, depending on what your pace is, then that extra ounces is worth it. Even one of the heaviest shoes, which probably would go out to like the Nike Vomero Plus, is a very heavy shoe, and that is because it's got so much cushion and people love it. I saw probably like 20 people in the Vomero Pluses, and then all these Super Blasts and all these other shoes. And another thing why I'm seeing these shoes, and I have to realize this, is I'm not the runner I used to be. I'm not that elite speed runner. I'm not running 6-minute miles for a half marathon. I am back there with the middle of the pack runners, and there's no shame in that. Not at all, because I'm enjoying the run, and I'm just happy to be out there. But I need the shoe to match who I am, not who I want to be or who I was. So that's my best advice to you guys. Don't get wrapped up in what you want to be. Know who you are, accept who you are, and believe you can do more. All right. One final note. This is an important one. So the other day, I told you I did the 5K with my son and his friends, and I had a blast. And then today, I did the half marathon. So for doing those two races back to back, I got an extra medal, which is the nut job medal. Not a fan. I don't like the cartoonish medal. I mean, this looks like they stole it from the Ice Age, right? I mean, like, it's very similar to that guy. Or maybe wasn't there there's a movie called The Nut Job. This has got to be from that. I think that's DreamWorks. DreamWorks going to be pissed. All right, so I got this medal. Hey, medal's medal. Not my favorite. But I also got the medal from finishing the half marathon. And while it's a cool medal, the Frederick, and also it kind of like, it opens up there, so you see the nice Maryland flag. That's cool and everything. It's the exact same medal I got for the 5K. You're telling me I do a 5K and I got the same thing as the people who do the half marathon? No, change up your medals. Do something different. Like, they could have, I don't know, anything. Put 5K on one, 13.1 on the same thing. So now some guy can walk around and be like, hey, I got the same medal as you, and I just did a 5K. What was all that extra work for? And they would have a point. I mean, like, change the medals. Have a different medal for each one, right? That really bothers me. But at the end of the day, I'm happy. I finished. It shows me I have a long way to go if I want to make that London Marathon. Everything I'm thinking about is for London Marathon. But the good thing is I have a little bit less than a year. That's a long time to train, long time of work. Next race is next month, and I will be doing a 10-miler, so a little bit easier. And this time, I'm going to have the right shoes for me. All right? Until then, guys, this is Shappy from Standout Running. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like. I'll have running reviews out soon, and all the best. Believe in yourself and be good.